Hello, this is Ghost Colt 99. Bringing you a video here of me working on a team that I've been creating focused around my favorite Pokemon, Charizard. I was doing some research and found that there were several good Pokemon, and I also wanted to make sure I included Pokemon that I like and enjoy using. Main focus of this team here is going to be Charizard, with the Charizard X Mega Evolution in mind. On him I've got Heat Wave, dishing out mad fire damage. Solar Beam, which I've been playing a lot around with, finding different sunny day users, one of those which we'll go over in the video. But then I've got Air Slash for that air flying damage, Protect, of course. Then Sneasler here, homie man. I wasn't a huge fan of Sneasler, but after doing some research I've seen that he's really good, so I figured I'll give it a shot. Sneasler, I know it's not what most people run, but I run the Citrus Berry, just try to keep him healed up in combat, hoping that he's not taking too many hits, as Charizard would be the main distraction powerhouse. Got Dire Claw, U-Turn. Sunny Day is what I have him run, which I know is probably not ideal, but I did find I really like having him out starting with Charizard. So I usually set him with the higher speed, that way I can guarantee it, and then make sure he goes before Charizard so I can hit Solar Power or Solar Beam on the first move. Other guys I have in the back of the lineup here that I kind of swap out depending on opponent matchup. I got Gengar running Focus Sash, Tyranitar with the Shell Bell, Basculigion with the Mystic Water Trinket, and Dragonite to finish off with Leftovers. As you see, the Charizard falls, send out the Dragonite. I'm running Extreme Speed, Draco Meteor, Aerial Ace, and Tailwind. Honestly, haven't used or played many games where Tailwind is something that I actually use, so it's kind of fun to learn and figure out when and how to use that. Don't have Protect on this guy, just hoping that he can come in and dish out some good damage. Extreme Speed with big priority bonus, so get the quick moves off. Draco Meteor, obviously, great dragon move. And Aerial Ace, I don't remember if that has a flinch chance, but I do like to run it. And then for Sneasler, I forget who in this specific battle I pick, but I'm pretty sure at this point I'm running Dragonite or Basculigion. Basculigion I liked a lot because Ghost is one of my favorite type, ironically, along with Fire. So Basculigion, run last respects, usually is somebody that I would bring in towards the end of the battle, making sure you get the damage on the amount of fellow opponent or Pokemon you have fainted, which usually comes in pretty good. I've used that a few times. Otherwise, running Wave Crash and Flip Turn to swap them in and out quicker and get some of the other guys in, along with Protect. But it looks like we've got Gengar now that I'm seeing it. Gengar with the Focus Sash, I don't know, just a lot of the dark moves kind of scare me, so that way he's not so easily crushed by one hit. But I do run Shadow Ball, I run Hex, I have Will-O-Wisp on there to make sure I can guarantee an effect for the move Hex, and Sludge Bomb, another good poison move, also I think 30% chance to apply poison. So that way you can get the big bonus off of Hex when you do get that status condition to stick. Just going over the last bit of my team though, Tyranitar I was running with the Sandstream ability. Kind of hard to use when I'm running along with Charizard because I like to have a sunny day up, but it is nice to switch up the weather conditions if they're trying to take advantage of it. With my Tyranitar, I've got Rock Slide, Knock Off, Earthquake, and Lash Out. A lot of these moves I was just kind of liking and trying to craft around an idea, but also not knowing how much I want to commit to having support Pokemon. I did share my team. I did do some moves after having Sneasler using Fake Out, and then me not realizing 6 games that I had it, that when I'd use Sunny Day first and then try to go for a Fake Out, turns out in the description that I read several times as well, you can only use it on the first move or it does not work accurately. So I finally got that to switch out with U-turn once I understood it. Major facepalm moment when I actually realized after the 8th time of trying it that it didn't work. But crazy matchup though. Going against Mega Dragonite, not a huge fan against it. At least with this team here, I don't have a whole ton that can really take it out besides Tyranitar with Rock, and maybe Dragonite myself with another Dragon move, but just makes me feel kind of open. Also before, wasn't used to using many of the swap out moves, but I do have plans to maybe try getting Incineroar in, or try using Gyarados with the Intimidate. I know that that's a big ability and thing that people like to use, so figured I'd try giving it a shot and testing it for myself. Big read with the Protect on that Charizard. That's pretty much all the info I have for my team. I'm just going to be doing a little bit of narrating. I did try to edit out all the communication, the time waiting, so that way you're not watching me flip through reading the same move 4 times and then flipping back and forth for 30 seconds each turn. So I figured this would pick up the pace of the battle, only include the interesting stuff. But do let me know if you have any tips or ideas for video editing, or again, even videos of teams that you want me to build or try focusing a build around. Just having a lot of fun with this game though, and enjoying the building aspect. Gives me a reason to bring all my shiny Pokemon from Pokemon Go into this, so that's been a lot of fun. Still working on getting a few, especially like shiny Sneasler, but do not have much luck using the sandwiches for Basculigion. Unfortunately, they are not in Legends EA. I'm going to send out the Dragonite against this Absol. Ooh, get the Glade down to 2%. That hurts. Charizard tanks the hit. Dragonite uses his own Air Slash to finish the Glade. We use Protect on the Charizard. Not that I'm too worried at this point with having the upper hand on Pokemon. Do some damage with Dragonite. Psycho Cut into the Protect. Read it again. I've been getting quite lucky with some of the reads, and then as you see, he could not take it. He crumbled under the pressure of Charizard. So this team, I see nothing too specific. It looks like types are fairly spaced out, so it looks like I'm going to be looking to bring in the Gengar Dragonite following with Charizard Sneasler. One thing that you'll see is Charizard Sneasler is the main 2. The other 4 are, I try to get universal enough to work with the other 2 that I could use them depending on what seems most dangerous, or if they have a lot of a certain type. Sends out the Snorlax and Hawlucha. Snorlax is going to be one beefy tank. And Hawlucha is going to be a little scary with some speed and fighting. We get the Sunlight up. Charizard's going to use Solar Beam as I'm trying to just get a move that has lots of damage into Snorlax. Drops down just over half. But I knew that big boy was going to take a lot more to get out. I do fall for the taunt. Screech activates onto Sneasler. With this next turn, I do Mega Evolve Charizard. Get that bonus out. For the longest time, I would pause and wait. Not exactly sure why I would wait to evolve, but I do Protect on Sneasler to keep him feeling safe. Use Air Slash on Hawlucha. Bring him very low. Oh, I was devastated to see that not go through all the way. Although it looks like Sneasler Protect was good. Double Edge comes in on Charizard. He's able to tank that. And then we've got U-turn on Sneasler. Gonna swap him out. Drops Hawlucha to 1%. Like, oh my god, you don't understand the frustration. I just decided to swap in Dragonite, bring some fresh tanky meat in the battle. Got the two flying buddies next to each other. We're going to try hitting that Solar Beam again onto the Snorlax. Does even less damage this time, which I find extremely devastating. Hoping I could get him close to knocked out. Body Slam's going to do a good chunk of damage to Dragonite with a critical hit. Drops him under half, but the leftovers come in to help him out. Looks like Charizard. I decided to use Heat Wave. Take out Hawlucha. Drop Snorlax to 1%. With all this 1%, I tell you, it's like, come on. I was right there. Use Dragonite, or Outrage for Dragonite. End up finishing out the Snorlax. I think we are up 2-4 in the Pokemons. Should say I'm up 4-2. As he's debating on who to bring in, brings in Beedrill and Abomasnow. I'm foaming here, waiting to hit that nasty Heat Wave. But Abomasnow comes out of nowhere and attacks Dragonite first, knocks him out. But I'm hoping this Heat Wave can come through, and I see it come up. Exterminated. Not even a problem. And that will do the battle. Mega Charizard clutching it up for the finish. I did have great success with this. Still kind of trying to fine tune it. Find some Pokemon, some new moves, things to try to optimize it more. I did notice I was winning at least like 2 out of 3 games. I know it's not crazy, you know, 10 games in a row, no problem. Not exactly how this team works, and definitely still learning the techniques. But that will wrap it up for this video. On the screen here, I got the trainer code on the screen. Feel free to add me. I do plan on making some videos or streams here coming up where I have a bunch of people in a little King of the Hill type tournament. So let me know. I will have a post out when I plan on doing that little tournament. But until then, just wait for the Charizard Team Evolution.